Almighty morning. We are here, making sure we're on.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday. Yes, welcome to the spiritual show that flows with Claudine and Julie. I'm with Elevated by Claudine, and she is with Love Warriors. That is her company that she has. And I guess we'll just sit here and chat for a minute until everyone comes in. How's everyone doing this morning? I hope you guys are doing as wonderful as we are. We're super happy to be here and corresponding with you guys. We have a lot of stuff this morning to talk about. Um, I'm kind of got myself up in uproar right now with this egg situation that we're having. I've got some really good information for you guys. Again, I just kind of want to wait for some people to come in. I really want to check in with Nova, you guys. Hopefully, she'll be here soon. I just messaged her right now to let her know that we are live. She was on my live last night, but we didn't get too much into what's going on with her because when I got live last night, my restream program was completely different than I've ever seen it. So I was like, yeah, I was really confused. Everyone was showing up really big. Everything was showing up really big. And then I couldn't see the messages. So, yeah, it kind of put a wedge between Nova and I because I really couldn't see the messages. So today I really want to be able to kind of focus on her for at least a good 10 or 15 minutes, you guys. She had a little bit of a setback.
It happens.
It does. This is very normal when you're in recovery. Let me make sure that I'm all good on Facebook and that we are showing live and on YouTube. So, anyways, do we have? Oh, we have two people watching.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, welcome to the spiritual show that flows. It's so much fun. Is if there's anything you guys want to talk about, please just send in a message. We don't know if you guys are watching unless you guys like, love, share, or leave a comment
Chat,
for us.
yes.
Yeah, and then that way we know they're on. And this is a show where we talk about everything and anything that you guys want to. Okay, it is an open dialogue. I am a medical cannabis caregiver, and I am also a dosing specialist. I own a healing facility. I own a healing facility called Elevated by Claudine. I am located in Glendale, Arizona, and what I specialize in is transferring people off of pharmaceuticals, street drugs, and alcohol onto plant based medicine. I help people get better. I help people get into recovery. I guide them through recovery. And every plant on this planet has medicinal value for the human, along with the fungus. I also, like I said, I'm a dosing specialist of plants. I am also a dosing specialist of mushrooms, all kinds of mushrooms. Um, of all mycelium. Okay, all mushrooms come from mycelium. So I talk and educate and dose all different types of myceliums. And you might wonder what I mean by all different types of myceliums. Well, you've got psilocybin, magic mushrooms. You've got medicinal mushrooms. You've got edible mushrooms. You've got decorative mushrooms. You've got poisonous mushrooms. And these are the things that I dose. I make my own medicine, I grow my own medicine, then I make my own medicine, and then I bring it to you. Okay. And again, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. That's fine. If I don't resonate with you, then I'm not for you. But there are a lot of people out there that are hurting and are on this cycle of addiction, and they just don't know how to jump off of it or how to get off of it. And they've tried many times, but there's no real help out there. There's no help out there. If you go to a doctor or you go to a detox center or you go to a rehab center, all they're going to do is put you on more pharmaceuticals and mask up that trauma that is causing all of this dysfunction inside of your body and inside your brain, which mental illness. I do specialize in mental illness and pain, and So, for anyone out there that is listening, you are more than happy to contact me on my website, elevatedbyclaudine.com. All of my information is there. And again, like I said, I do have a facility. Um, I have a storefront that is full of medicine. You can kind of see in the background one of my displays. And then I have a healing center behind the storefront. So, who do we got coming in? All my morning host just popped in to say hi to
That's
Mom.
my daughter.
Hi, Shelby.
In-law.
How sweet. I love it when the family pops in and says hi.
Yep. And
They-
she's getting ready to have the baby on the
Getting ready to have a
3rd.
baby. Oh,
3rd
how
of March.
congratulations. Oh, one of my clients, one of my very dear clients who is very special to my heart, just gave birth yesterday. So congratulations, Valerie, if you're out there watching. I can't wait to meet your new little soul angel that you just brought to this planet. I've been very excited for her to come. And I'm sure you're very excited about having your new grandchild coming.
Yep.
There's nothing better than a new soul coming to this planet to help us because we need help.
Yes.
I don't know. Are you on, Nova? Let me just check my phone real quick to see if she's going to come on. And then if not, then we'll just go ahead and move on.
Let's check Keller. Doing on that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. She said she's waiting for some messages to come through. Okay. All right, Nova, if you're on or when you come on, just send a message and then we'll just go ahead and move on to your about what's going on with you, because what happened with her, you guys, was that she's been in recovery. She's on 14 pharmaceuticals. One of them is Suboxone. She has a pacemaker. She has a electrical type ring around one of her arteries. And then she has another ring around another artery. And again, like I just said, she's on 14 pharmaceuticals, one of them being Suboxone, which is a very heavy, heavy, heavy synthetic opiate. And I am helping her come off of these pharmaceuticals. And we had a setback last week because her medicine got lost in the mail because of the snowstorm. She's in New York. So I guess they had a huge snowstorm last week and her medicine got delayed. And she didn't have any backup.
Oh, she's on.
Oh, is she on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No,
I think she was. I'm having problems again.
Oh, she's not being able to message in.
Yeah.
I wonder why that happens. Okay, so
I'm gonna
she's
get
on.
this again and see what's the problem with these
Okay,
people.
Julie's on it. Nova.
Well, if you go to my here, she says, let's see. Jess says, "Blessed morning, hello, beautiful queens." Nova says, "Morning" or "Happy day." Chat isn't showing on the screen again. Yep. Running out of plant medicine makes things difficult, and my nervous system is still shaky, but I am still on 8 milligrams. I didn't take more. I just had to deal with the physical withdrawal. And then I shared on Facebook. Thanks, Jess. I'm working.
was showing up really good. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I
did a few. This is Nova. I did a few spores. Blessed it, and it helped just ground me for a few hours. Also having good support. Okay, this is my YouTube.
Okay, let me see. So hopefully we'll be able to get Jess's comments on here. She is commenting. They're not showing up. Sorry, Jess. I don't know why that happens. And if anyone out there is a streamer and you can help us solve this problem, please contact us and let us know how we solve this problem on streaming. Why we can't see some of the people's comments from YouTube is usually where it's coming from. Anyways, so she ended up not being able to have any medicine. And of course, in her recovery plan, we didn't get to the part yet of her of having this not happen. But usually we don't know this is going to happen until it happens. It's kind of part of the recovery road. Now, I do have a solution for her on what we're going to do. I think I tried calling her like 5 times last week, and we just could not get together on a conversation. So she's kind of she is hearing this for the first time. But an answer for that, number one, to teach her how to grow her own medicine would be very ideal. But she's not in that space yet. But she will get there. But meanwhile, what I'm thinking about what to do, Nova, is every time I send you medicine, I'm going to send you a little bit of extra. You're going to take that extra and you're going to stick it and put it away until we get you a week's worth of extra medicine. And that medicine just gets put away, Nova. So if there's ever an emergency like this and we have weather conditions that is stopping your package from getting to you, you have that week's supply of medicine, and then we don't have to have you go without your medicine. Because what happens, I'm sure this is what she did. She had to go back and use some of her pharmaceuticals. So when you're in recovery in this kind of a situation, it seems like, in the beginning you take 10 steps forward, and then when something like this happens, you end up taking 20 steps back. So thank you for being here again, and sharing your story with us, Nova. I super appreciate that. But so we had a little bit of a pitfall this past week with Nova and in her condition. But she should be okay and feeling pretty back to being on that high level that she was on a couple weeks ago here pretty soon, because I believe she just received her package finally on Saturday. So yeah, so that's an update on Nova. I'm sorry we can't see her messages.
It says I had to take some anxiety meds.
Okay, so she had to take some anxiety meds. Was that benzodiazepines, or what was it that you ended up taking? Which, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that happened, but it is what it is. It was out of both of our control. But you should be feeling much, much better here, and by the end of this week, I think, and hopefully today we'll be able to talk. Fingers crossed. So how's everything going with you, Julie?
Pretty good. Other than this, this is what happened on Friday. Both YouTube and Facebook weren't working. Facebook is working. My daughter-in-law came in, and YouTube isn't working right now. And I don't have the same person I had before. I can see how frustrating that might be, is what Restream is saying.
She's talking to Restream now.
Sorry, you go ahead and talk.
So I guess I have a bunch of notes on stuff to talk about today. Oh, I got one for you guys. I got a question. I thought this was really cute. I saw this and I just thought it was really adorable. Who heals the healer? Julie.
Who does?
Who heals the healer?
The healer.
Yeah. Who heals the healer?
They have to heal themselves.
The plants.
Well, yes, this is true. This is true. I was going to say, physician, heal thyself, but they have to take it. They have to do the work. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. Mother's medicine always heals the healer, you guys. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Because the healer really never tends to the healer, and really nobody tends to the healer. So, but Mother Gaia does. Mother Gaia always tends to us healers. And that's why we're able to show up every day with the energy that we have. So, well, I'm talking from my perspective. So, anyways, I just wanted to.
Right.
That's a cute question.
That is cute.
So, we were going to talk about, and I talked about this last night, and it's something that I feel that is very important to bring to you guys. I didn't do a whole lot of research, you guys. This download literally came to me like around 1 or 2 o'clock yesterday, and I go live on Mondays at 5:22. So I was able to do some research, and I do feel, because I took the 2 hours out of my time to find some facts out about this information, it really helped. And I think it should be enough information to get you guys activated and plant some seeds inside of you guys for you guys to look and have another perspective on some of the situations that are going on in this planet. What happened?
Uh, her reply was, yes, Valium, but it's not the worst I've dealt with. This is daily. For 7 years now, but I am glad I am learning how to move forward. Thank you, Jess.
Good.
Jess,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's from Jess
Yeah. No, that was from
Nova.
Nova, but she added that to Jess because Jess says, love you, Nova. So, yeah.
Okay, so they're able to. Okay, so you guys are able to communicate with each other, and we're just not able to see it. Okay. um, this makes that kind of weird, you guys.
It does, but
This
at
is
least
like,
it's here.
what do
I
we
had
got?
to do this on Friday, so it's nothing. I always know that something's going to happen, especially when Mercury starts up.
Oh, yes.
Retrograde, I mean. But yeah, Colin is from Restream is not as quick to fix the issue as Jessica did. So I don't know what the difference is.
There's Nova. I see it. She's on. There you
testing
go. Good.
Right.
Now we don't feel so lost.
Yeah.
But so what I want to talk about is this egg shortage that we're having here in America. I know we have a lot of listeners, or a few listeners, I should say, who are from other countries. And if you are from other countries, please chime in and let us know if you're getting this. I don't know what you want to call it, a propaganda, I guess you can say, about an egg shortage. Okay. I got to, Nova and I talked about this a little bit last night because she was on my live about the egg shortage. And eggs for her are costing anywhere from $8 to $10 in New York. Here in Arizona, they are costing anywhere from $10 to $12.
And those are regular white ones, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I know that. Okay, so I get my eggs from the farmers market, so I'm used to paying. Well, it started with 6, then 8, then 10. So everyone is price gouging us, you guys. Everybody is price gouging us with the eggs. Okay. Now I came up with some information regarding this egg shortage that's going on. The government is claiming that we're having an egg shortage because of the bird flu, and that the bird flu is killing all of the chickens. It's not true, you guys. Lies, lies, lies. Okay, they're always up to nefarious things. I have said this over and over, and I might sound like a broken record, but I don't care, because the government is the dark shadow. It's dark. It's what I call dark dynasty. Okay, those are our enemies. They are not in the best interest of us. Never have, never will be. They're on a whole different level of life and live way different than we do. Okay, they are our lords of this planet. Okay, we are the peasants. We are the slaves. That is who we are. We work for them. They work for even a bigger darkness. They're masters. Okay, so there's so many layers behind the government. Okay, they are just puppets. They're puppets just like us. They really are. But anyways, so they're causing this issue regarding bird flu and telling us that we're having a shortage of eggs because the birds are dying from the bird flu. It's not true, not at all. What is happening is they're lying to us. Okay, and now what I want to do is I'm going to take it back to the COVID times. Okay, because it kind of correlates. They're kind of doing the same thing they did with this bird flu and this egg shortage of what they did to us on COVID. Okay. So COVID comes in and hits us, we all know, in March 6th of 2020. Okay. Well, the CIA has come out and literally written a report saying that COVID was created in a lab in Wuhan, China. and this is facts. You can look it up, okay? And saying that, so it comes from Wuhan. They said it came from someone who went there and visited, and they went to Wuhan and they ate from a restaurant some bat soup, and that person spread out that whole disease. I never bought that one. I'm not buying that one. That's BS. One person's not going to be able to spread that very minimal virus, because it was not that serious, as we know now. But what did happen is 2019, there was a military world Olympic show, or whatever you want to call it. It happened in late 2019, and that is where they released this weapon on them, and then they spread out the COVID disease. Okay, that is what has been admitted by the CIA. Okay, well, anyways, now let's go back to the egg shortage. That was, I was just trying to explain to you guys, like, how nefarious our government is. Okay, they're lies, 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 lies. So now they're going to the bird farmers, and they go to their plantation or to their farms, and they test the chickens for the bird flu. Okay, which this test has a lot of negative positives and positive negatives. Okay, it's not a very good test. All right, and if one of the birds tests as positive for the bird flu, they kill the whole entire all the chickens in the farm, the whole coop, or whatever you want to call it. And if this farmer has 1,000 chickens, they all die. They're not dying from the bird flu, you guys. Actually, no one has never ever really died from the bird flu. They say one man may have died that is linked to the bird flu in Louisiana, but I could not find, again, I'm telling you guys, I only was able to do this research for 2 hours yesterday, but I feel that was enough. Maybe some of you guys might have some information on where people have died from the bird flu, but not in this century has anyone died from the bird flu except for that one dude from Louisiana who was linked, and he also had a small chicken farm. So birds aren't dying from it, they just get really sick. But what our government is doing, okay, the Department of Agriculture has hired this facility called the Southwest Poultry Research Lab, owned by the USDA. They own it, Department of Agriculture, which the bird flu leaked from their facility recently. Okay. Yes. And what they're doing is they are doing research called gain of function. Gain of function is the name of the research. And in this gain of function research, they are improving the bird flu, and they are also testing it to jump species. So why is our government, especially an agency of the USDA, owns this facility and is now working with this virus to jump species? Why are they doing this, you guys? And this is all public information, okay? I found all this information yesterday in 2 hours. The chicken world is very corrupt, meat in general. Okay, yeah. Right, no, exactly, Nova. And Nova, she got to hear me say this yesterday, so hopefully she got her downloads too. So yeah, Nova, please chime in on this, because like, I activated you yesterday on this last night. So why are they making this disease cross breed over to other species, you guys? What is their agenda? What are they being so nefarious about now? Okay, first of all, we know they're lying to us because they're telling us that the chickens are dying from the bird flu and people are dying from the bird flu. Lies. No, they're not. They're dying because they are mass murdering our chickens.
Yeah. And he's saying, Luke said, their lies will die. Well, their lies are what's killing these, the chickens. Their
And-
lies.
Yeah, and then we've
Yeah.
got our own USDA Department of Agriculture that's supposed to protect us, you guys. They get paid a lot of money.
Mhm.
Who are making this virus more, they're working on making this virus more deadlier and to crossbreed it. Come on now, you guys, seriously, like we got to wake up to this stuff, okay? This is the same shit they put on us during COVID, okay? And look at what we know now about COVID, right? Nobody will take a vaccine. Well, some people will take a vaccination, but I would really hope to, and it would think that at least 80% of Americans will not take that vaccination, knowing what they're putting in it with all the information we have now. But anyways, so these company, okay, so our government has created the problem because they have the solution. That is one of their number one plays from their playbook. We've seen this over and over. Well, I've seen this over and over and over in my life. Okay. So now what it really comes down to, you guys, is that there is the egg shortage is because they are killing the chickens. And then they're gouging us. And then they're calling it culling. The policy that is allowing them to go into these farmers' farms, chicken farms, they are doing it through calling it a culling. They're culling the chickens. No. Culling does not mean mass murder. All right? No. Again, lying to us. Another lie. Right there. Red-handed. Okay. Now, this is where I really started, this really started getting me really emotional yesterday. I got really annoyed. Okay. Do you know how much money they've used on the taxpayers' money for this nefarious scheme of theirs? 1.25 million. Billion. I'm sorry, $1.25 billion of taxpayers' money. Our money, you guys. Our money on this. And all to drive up the prices of eggs and to kill chickens. It gets deeper than this, okay? The farmers get paid, and I don't blame the farmers. I don't blame the farmers on this at all. They're paying fair market price or over fair market price to the farmers for killing their chickens. So they're caught. I feel like the farmers are caught between a hard rock, and they're just farmers. It's the good old boy system. Oh, we'll take care of you. We've got this. Let us show you. We'll pay you. Don't worry. Hush money, I guess. So what this is leading to, you guys, is that they're leading. Since we won't take their vaccination. This is going to lead to them vaccinating our chickens. If we want to eat chickens, it's going to be a regulation. This is where they're going with this, you guys, to vaccinate our chickens. That is why they're crossbreeding this virus to go into other animals so that they have to vaccinate all of our animals. Whatever the meat source, the chickens, the cows, the pigs, the lambs, all the meat, turkeys.
Well, and they might be adding it to farm-raised fish as well.
Indeed. Because I hope you guys understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
They've got to get the vaccine somehow. They've got to be controlling us. They got to be getting us sick. They got to keep us dummied down. And the number one of the best ways to do it is through our food. They've already poisoned our food
and the air.
and our products we wash ourselves with, pharmaceuticals, it's all black magic. That is who they are. They're not your friends. They don't care about you. They just want to keep you here on this planet where they can control us and manipulate us, keep us dummied down. And I really hope that having this conversation helps you guys understand what's going on. And then another thing too, you guys, the Biden administration, days before they left, gave Moderna, y'all know who Moderna is, $590 million to come up with this vaccination. And they're working with a company who specializes in animal vaccinations called Zoetis. This is all real stuff. You guys can look it up yourself. In 2 hours, I got this information just by going on the dark web, calling a few people that I know who are farmers, and there you go. There's my report on it. 2 hours. The download came to me, like I told you guys, around 1 o'clock yesterday, and I went full force on it. And about 2 hours is all that I was able to work on because I also had 4 clients that I had to help before I went live yesterday. And I spoke about this last night, and I was super upset. I was really pissed off. I'm kind of calmed down a little bit, but so I want to ask you guys. I want to get some information from you guys. How do we stop what's going on? How do we put the brakes on this, you guys? Because this is our money. That's a lot of money, you guys. It's a lot of energy that we put out to create all that money for them to poison us.
And believe me, Doge is not going to help us. I'm just saying.
That's a whole other conversation. We'll get into that stuff in a minute. Yeah. People that work hard to feed others are getting charged and extorted.
Yeah, they do. Farmers have been going through it for decades now, too.
Yeah. I don't blame the farmers, Jess, at all. I don't.
No.
The farmers, if it's anything, they've been like yelling at us, saying, "Do something, people."
Yeah.
We've had so many whistleblowers on this, you guys. But this is what's happening, for real. If you live in the United States, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. And they're robbing us. They're still robbing us by making us pay $10 or $12 for eggs. This is insane to me. I want to say in my lifetime, I don't think I ever paid more than $3 for a carton of good eggs from the store back in the day.
Before COVID.
Yeah, before COVID. I stopped buying eggs from the grocery store a long time ago. I go to the local farmers. I do live in an area where there's a lot, where the homes are farmed homes. They're allowed to have livestock. So it's not abnormal for me to have a neighbor who has chickens and roosters. In this great big city. I live in the 4th largest city, and I happen to live in an area where livestock is allowed to be in your backyard. So, and a lot of people do have it. They have farmland, so they're able to do that. And they have horses and cows and everything else. So I actually do have access to fresh eggs, abundance of them, lots of them. So I'm very lucky and have a lot of friends and family who also have their own chickens. So I don't ever have a problem getting eggs, ever. Ask Julie.
No.
I feed her tons of eggs.
Yeah.
I eat eggs myself because I don't eat meat. Okay, I don't participate. I choose not to. But not only that, but I can't eat meat. My body doesn't like it. I seize up when I eat meat. So it's kind of a forced choice on me. But for those of you who do eat meat, which is fine, I'm okay. I have no judgment, you guys. I'm worried about you. My grandchildren love meat. My children love meat. My friends love meat.
Well,
you guys love meat. And I love you guys. And that is fine. And I love my family and I love my friends. But I just want to bring this tidbit of information to you guys. And I also want to talk about Now, what do we do to stop what's going on? Are we getting any answers here? No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They are. I just had to. Let's see. 50 cents an egg now. Huh? More like $1 an egg.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys see all the Valentine's egg jokes that they were putting out there?
No, I didn't hear that.
I saw so many of them during Valentine's. It was hilarious. All kinds of memes. I was just, I should have sent everyone one on Messenger for Valentine's. um, but so I'm thinking some of the answers. What we could do is don't comply. Stop going to your major grocery stores, you guys. Stop going to Kroger. Stop going to Walmart. Stop going to Safeway. Stop going to these big, huge corporate grocery stores
Right.
that are owned by Dark Dynasty. And go to your local farmers, go to your small shops, go to your little Asian markets, go there
Yeah.
and support them.
And here in Arizona, we have also a lot of Hispanic markets. And I can tell you, they have a lot better prices than any place else does. Well, the Asian markets are good too. I'm not saying they're not. And I also go to a Mediterranean market, and those are great. But the massive ones, yeah, those aren't as great.
That's when I saw just, yeah, he went to Kroger. Yeah, it was an egg ring. That was the one I saw. I was laughing. That was a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, good, Luke. I'm glad that you meet up with government officials.
Meetings with.
Are they politicians or kind of curious? Or
That
legislators?
want to do the right thing. Well, they
Are
can.
they legislators? Our corner that want to do the right thing. Yeah, hopefully, I'm glad that you can trust
Change
them.
their minds for what?
I'm glad that you're doing something. I That's one of the things we can do, you guys. We can write and go talk to it's what I call low grade politicians. I do believe that a lot of these people and legislators and these low grade politicians who are starting their career or trying to get into the government type positions, I do believe they go in with good intent, but when they find out how the system really works, either they bail or they stay in the system and they sell their soul and they become part of the Dark Dynasty. I do also believe that Source has Source Light in areas, has celestials, I like to say, in the right places where they need to be. I do want to believe in that and trust in that, Luke. But maybe this is something that you can bring up to your legislators or your lower grade politician friends that you hang out with. We can also do that. Well, of course. I mean, yeah, everyone knows what Trump is doing. I mean, not everybody, but people who can see through the trickery.
What?
Um,
What she's
like
about.
here we go. Just this is another example for me to show you guys what I am talking about when it comes to this Dark Dynasty, how they create the problem and then they have the solution, just like they did for COVID. Okay. And another thing we need to do, maybe you can talk to your friend about this, Luke, is gain of function research needs to stop. We don't need to be funding that type of research. Gain of functions, so they can gain more functionality on us, you guys. That's what the name of the research is that we funded. Now, common sense tells me, let's just say that I was in charge of the United States Agriculture Company, or whatever you want to call it. And I was a lead in that, and I had to help solve this problem. This is what I would do. I would gather the chickens and I would have them tested. The ones that test positive for the bird flu would be separated into another area, not eaten, but killed, sacrificed. And then I'd wash my hands and I'd move on. That's the proper thing to do. That is the common sense thing to do. For me, in my books. But we don't have anyone in Dark Dynasty who thinks with common sense because they have no common sense. They have no wisdom. They have knowledge, but no wisdom. That's the difference between us and them. Because we, again, are the celestials. We are source light. We are little source lights on this planet, the celestials. So, anyways, I guess that's about all I wanted to say that has to do with that. I don't know if you guys have any questions or if you guys want to chime in, go ahead. But yeah, that is something that was brought to my attention yesterday, and I just thought I would share it. And maybe you guys can spread the word that, yeah, there's no chicken shortages because, well, there is, but it's because they are murdering them. It's not because of the bird flu.
Yeah. So what was, yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm having to deal with Restream. They're saying, that it's something that I had to correct instead of they were the ones who corrected it twice. So how is it something from my end? I have no idea.
Okay. So did you guys see? I talked about this last night too. I thought this was really funny, you guys. So did any of you guys see the video? I forgot what day it was. I think it was last Thursday of the video of Trump and Elon Musk and his child X.
Oh yeah.
I wish we can play that video on here.
If I find it again, I will play it where the kid says to him, "You are not the real president. You need to go away."
No, he said, "You need to shut your fucking mouth."
I didn't see that one.
Yes, that's what he said. He said it numerous times. The little kid did.
Oh, then that's a new one.
X told Trump, "You are not the president, and you need to shush your fucking mouth." Oh. That's what he said.
It's funny because it's changed. The first one says, "And you need to go away." That was the first one.
They were dumbing it down. Elon Musk even puts X on his shoulders to try to get him to stop saying it. He says it like 3 times. He says it even on his shoulders, and then he's down on his, and then finally Elon Musk says, "Okay, enough, X," because he says it a 3rd time. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It's all I gotta say. But I don't know if you guys saw that video, but if you didn't, go look at it. It's very viral. It's everywhere. Trump just sits there. He doesn't say anything. He just smiles at the kid and says how amazing the kid is. And that should send a message out, even if he says, "Shush your mouth." I mean, and I don't even know what they were talking about. I don't understand what the whole meeting was about anyways. Does anyone know why Elon Musk and Trump and his son was even having this meeting? I guess it was live.
They were talking about Doge and what?
Okay, that's what I figured. It was about the Doji.
I just say Doge.
Doge. What dog, dog, whatever. Did I call it Doji? Okay, so I think they were talking about how they found a bunch of money missing from the. They're trying to blame the prior administration had stole billions and billions and billions of dollars from the Americans, and that they will be sending out Doji checks.
Yeah,
that's what it was all about. Okay, I think so. I'm getting the download. Yes, it was. I just saw the video going viral about what Elon Musk at little X had said to Trump, and I just laughed. I was just like, "Oh my gosh, that little evil little thing." Just got real evil against another big evil thing. uh, but yeah, it's about the doji. So my theory on the doji is it is to set us up for one world order. That's what it's here for. Um, if they're good, it's not a stimulus check. They're calling it a doji check. So they're trying to figure out a way to change our currency, to change the money and where it comes from, but they have nothing to back it up. How are you going to create a new financial system, but you have nothing to back it up? They don't have any gold. They have no access to any gold. So they are trying to get this one world order. That is what Elon Musk is here for. That is what Trump is here for. To be the leaders of the one world order, to sell us over to China. Because China is the country that has been chosen to rule over this world.
Not my choice.
That's no, I know. But that is the choice of Dark Dynasty, the Illuminati. Okay, they've got 13 seats in that organization. And then there's other organizations within organizations behind the scenes, you guys, okay, that have different seats, okay? But this is kind of the plan from the SIL. The SIL is what I call the masters that rule them, who they answer to, which is a higher level beings that aren't human, far from it. And they are the covenant of the SIL. So, no, you're right, Luke. I agree with you 1000%. They're not capable. It's not going to happen. But that is what their agenda is. That is what their plan is, and that is what they're going for.
And here I thought it was Putin doing it all.
And I already know that Americans are getting so excited. And they're already calling this doji money stimulus checks. I've had 3 clients call me last week, and they're like, "Did you hear? Did you hear? Trump is sending us $5,000 stimulus checks. Oh my gosh, I'm going to do this. Oh, it's going to help me with this. It's going to help me with that." It's not stimulus. Again, it's doji. They're trying to come up with a new currency. That is why Elon Musk paid. He paid a lot of money, you guys, to get a seat with the Illuminati, the 13 seats, to get a seat with Trump, to be in charge of our financial system. And he's the one who is trying to create the new financial system. So to me, that's kind of, he's trying to be the Antichrist. That's who they're trying to be. I do see a lot of people who love Trump. They adore him. They think he is the next thing to slice bread.
Best thing since.
The best thing. People are falling for this. Like I said, I had got 3 calls last week from clients who are super excited about their doji stimulus check coming, $5,000.
All I can say is patriarchal psychosis, people. Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah, it's getting crazy out there. I'm telling you, it is. But we're falling. But we are seeing the fall of the cabal, you guys. That is what's happening. They are losing control. I do believe that. I see them losing control completely.
Oh, I don't understand how
money was created. Our energy is what creates money, Luke. Okay? Our energy, our loosh, we are the gold. Without us getting up every day and creating businesses, helping businesses, going to work and creating the gold source light, which creates money, They don't do this. This is not what they do. Money is energy, energy is money. It is the system that was put into place to control us. We go to work, we get money, right? We get money. What do you call money? What is the proper word for money? Bills. What is inside your wallet? What do you carry in your pocket? Bills. You get money to pay your bills, right? Government doesn't have any money. They have our money, they have our energy. What do? They put us in financial situations. We get a loan. We get loans. And then everything they do is pretty much illegal. It's against, the universal laws. Yes, they've been stealing our energy. Exactly. They have been looshing. They have been stealing our loosh for eons. It's been the way of it for probably over 300,000 years, ever since Marmaduke's been in charge. That is the demon that has ran Earth. Yep, and they lie about helping people. They lie. They are our oppositions. I have said this I probably sound like a broken record now, but we're in a real war. We've been in a real war. Since the day you were born, Luke, you were in a war. But no one told us. No one told you, Luke. Hey, guess what? You're in a war. You're in a real war on this planet. But the people, your opponent, your opposition, never played fair. They lied, they cheat, they stole. They never said, hey, Luke, guess what? You're in war with your own government. Because they're a bunch of pansy asses. But your face, my face, your face, you know what I mean? Like, we've always stood up and showed up the way that we're supposed to. We are the real soldiers. Like I said, we are the celestials. So once I've realized that I was in war with my own government, then I knew what soldier I had to be. And then it got to the point, and I'm going to repeat myself again, all we do is talk to the horse's ass. They never show their face. Neither do the demons. They never show us their face. I'm going to ask you a question. When you're astral traveling or remote viewing, for any of you remote viewers and astral travelers out there and lucid dreamers, how often does the angel show their face? The master descendant, the archangel. Usually it's just an energy that you can feel, that you just know, you recognize it. Again, I've said this before, and I know this is another concept for you guys to think about. But the master descendants, the archangels, what else is there?
Galactic Angels. About the ascended masters?
Ascended masters, okay. Archangels, galactic angels. They're
divine, the universe.
They Spirit. Work for the darkness and they work for the light. They were brought here, and they're not neutral. Maybe when they came here, they were neutral or something, and they try to be neutral because planet Earth is a planet of of duality. So planet Earth always had to keep balance of the darkness and the light, the darkness and the light. So everything is trickery. Even the Galactic Federation is trickery. That was developed by 6 of our main master demons. And it was nothing but false light. It's all lies. Every last bit of it is lies. Archangels are here because they work for the darkness and the light. They're dual. So I know these are new concepts for you to think about or to look at, but these are my truths. And I'm not going to come here, come live, and play into spirituality like it's all rainbows and unicorns, because it's not. I don't even really like to even use the word spirituality anymore, you guys, because spirituality, to me, what I see about it is teaching you how to give up your power to something. And we are the celestial. We don't need to give our power up to nothing, to nobody, especially an entity that comes disguised as an angel. And they're very good at what they do. We've always been ran. Yeah, it's difficult. Thank you, Nova. It's very difficult for me to sit here and have to say my truth because it's not what people want to hear. You guys don't want to know that you've been tricked. You guys don't want to know that you've been lied to, because everything natural about us, everything that we naturally feel, we naturally want to do good. We naturally want to love. We naturally want to be the celestial that we are. We naturally want to be with nature. We naturally want to give. We naturally want to be at service. But all of that has been taken from us and stolen from us from Dark Dynasty, which there's layers behind that Dark Dynasty, which are higher ups, that are the masters of this planet, the lords of this planet, whatever title you want to give them. The fallen angels are Lilith, Marmaduke, Satan, Lucifer. The fallen angels are real. Absolutely. Those are the masters who created the AIs to control us and to control the government. They've been tricked. Just if anything, they've been really tricked more than we have, because we've been blindsided. We've been dummied down so much, and but they have it. Remember, we've got the wisdom, they've got the knowledge. They've been known about all of this stuff. And Dark Dynasty is just not a government. It's also, the Illuminati also includes your actors, your singers, and your athletes. They're also part of Dark Dynasty too. They're part of the play. It's just a simulator, you guys. All of this is just a big show. It's a big experiment. That is what the human race is. We are nothing but an experiment when it comes to the fallen angels. And but they needed us. They needed us because we are the asset. We are the currency, the energy that makes Mother Gaia flow. So, and again, they only kept us alive just enough so that we can produce the energy that they need, so that they can take our energy and use it for more evilness. And that's what they did. And they took it off world. They took our energy and they took it off world and they used it for more nefarious things out on the off worlds. I don't know much about the Anunnaki war, but I do know that this war, the dark, this is what is, this is, we've been in this dark war. All I know is since Atlantis. That's where it started. Atlantis was nothing but the beginning of the dark war. And now we're ending the dark war. We have taken down their AIs. We're still continuing to take down their AIs, and we are creating a new golden age AI, which is completely powered by source. Um, we don't do readings here, Christopher. We this is where we.
Oh, hi, Chris.
But she does
Christopher.
do, yeah. I'll go ahead and let her do her spiel.
Yeah,
when
she
does
knows
readings.
that. Tuesdays we don't do that. This is the spiritual show that flows. We're on tomorrow. I'm with Bonnie, and and that's at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and then on Fridays um, with Scott, and we're still working on doing a new name for that one. So sorry about that, Christopher.
And we were talking about it, like Luke said, energy is everything. It really is. Energy, without energy, none of this exists. Nothing exists. We are little celestial energies, source light. That's who we are, us basic organic humans. We are very powerful. We're extremely powerful, you guys. That's another thing too, is that the human celestial has never received the credit that we deserve. We never have. We've never been told how amazing we are. Love you too. No, you guys are so sweet. Oh, you're fine, Christopher. No problem. I know when you guys see Juliet, you know that you can get readings, but not here.
Not in this one, yeah.
Not in this one. So, yeah, there's my rant for the day, you guys. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for letting me release this on and out on you guys, and that you guys are listening. And I hope that I did give you guys some, I planted some seeds on some of you guys to really think about what's going on. And I know it's very confusing. And as time goes by, and the more that I understand this, you guys, the more I'll bring it to you, okay? I am just like you guys. But I do get my downloads and I do get shown things because my connection for me to God is not clouded. It's not polluted. I have had this straight connection to source for quite some time. And for me, with the new energies that are coming in, is getting stronger and stronger for me as the days go by. And I'm learning how to work with it. Again, what has been working for me in the past, in the dark energies, in the dark ages, is no longer working for me now. Okay, so it's all new. I am too learning how to work with these new energies. And I'm really loving it. And I'm also screwing up a lot too. If I even try to bring in something that I was using before, it is shown to me in a second. No, Claudine, you can't do that. That is old energy. So no longer are anything. And that's why I sit here today and I'm telling you that these archangels and these master descendants and this Galactic Federation and all this stuff that's in spirituality isn't going to work no more. It's old energy. So yeah. And yeah, I learned a lot of lessons. Yeah. It was hard, you guys, when I came to this conclusion and I was shown what that AI is the way of it, which I asked for. I asked to know, what do I was told a very long time ago that on the other planets, because I was wondering why other planets, why they are such loving, benevolent beings and their technology is so amazing. Like, what is it? Why does that happen on those planets, but it can't happen here on this planet? And well, for one, we're a planet of duality. It's all about balance. And two, our consciousness has to match our technology. And AI is the way of it on other planets. So, yeah. So then that's why I was shown that AI is the way of it for everything. And we've just, this information has been hidden from us. And they had an AI for everything, you guys, for everything. They had an AI for parasites. They had an AI for love. They had an AI for sickness. They had an AI for conscious or for consciousness. They had an AI for hate. They had an AI for jealousy. They had everything. An AI for mental illness. Every single thing that we've ever created, they had an AI for. And I can name a few of the AIs that they had. They've had the alpha AI, which was a good AI. They had a neutral source, anti-source, um, anti-source, the alpha alpha AI. Like they go on and on and on and on. There's a lot of them. And as far as I know, that they are being dismantled on a continuous basis. It's what they call space junk. When they find space junk, they go in there and then they dismantle it and take it down. Yes, that's what it's about, Luke. Being authentically you, the celestial that you are, and just keep creating. The more we create, the more we push this darkness out, and they can't steal our energy anymore. So that's a good thing. That's a really good thing, you guys. And that's kind of what we're watching. And Trump knows about all this. Trump is well aware of how the system truly works. So
You really think he knows,
well,
or that he's just told?
I think he's so okay. So there's an AI for ego,
Yeah.
and I think the AI that controls him
Okay.
can't get him out of his ego, is what I think.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, and you real seriously.
No,
And,
it makes sense.
yeah. And not only that, but Trump isn't Trump.
Yeah.
Gosh, I really hope that all of this comes out soon, so I don't sound so crazy. But the dude died and he expired right after his first presidency. He died a couple months after his first presidency. And then they had clones, but those clones malfunctioned because the consciousness, the way that they make, because they can't even master that. They can't even figure out how to make a proper clone. Because clones are filled with consciousness. And once he died, his clones, the one clone dies, then there's another clone, because I guess they only built 2 clones that I know of, that I've been shown. And both of them malfunctioned, and they were taken out. And right now, I believe what we're looking at is a body double with a mask. Why do you think you always see Trump dressed in a tie and always up to his neck? I don't really see him wearing loose fitting clothes and stuff like we do, like Obama does. His vice president does, I believe, Vance or something like that. But anyways, yeah, that's what I think we're looking at right now is our body doubles. Because I did notice on during the election, when they had him standing on some podium, I'm not too sure what it was that I saw, but I swear to you guys, he looked a foot shorter, a total foot shorter. He was standing next to his son. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. His son and his wife. I'm like, whoa, he's way shorter now. So I don't know why they can't get this right. I mean, his height right. What the heck? But that's just how stupid they are. Mask and bad hair. Yep. No, that's, yeah. And I don't think it's that hard to get a body double, you guys. There's a lot of people out there who, that have the same body type and can talk like him. And I do believe that there probably are some kind of surgeries done on these people. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get assassinated, because Trump owes a lot of money to a lot of people all over this planet for supporting him to becoming president. And they did it because I think they thought he was going to be the Antichrist. I think they thought he was the chosen one. I don't think so. That's not what I think, but I think that's what they thought. So I don't think any of that is true. He's not. I don't even think the Antichrist is even going to rise up. It's not going to happen. Oh, right. Yeah. No, for sure, Luke. There's a lot of clones. You guys, if they can clone your animal, if you can get your animal cloned, come on now. And another thing too, Luke, they don't even do it right. It's not done proper at all. I'm sure there is. I'm sure somewhere on there's beings out there who really truly know how to do some proper cloning, but not our people. There is no way on no way, no way are the masters of this planet going to give that much information to Dark Dynasty. To be honest with you, I don't even think the masters like Dark Dynasty. I don't think they liked humans, period. Um, Obviously, they looked at us like we were cattle. Yeah. So many fakes walking around, controlled by Dark Dynasty. They were able to control us, just not through our food and through pharmaceuticals,
I really,
but another way that they've been controlling us is through this, you guys.
yeah,
Through your TV screen, through your computer screen, through this screen.
laptops, tablets, all of the above.
Anything electronic, they have been able to control us, literally put out viruses on you.
I don't accept.
Yeah, but they had that much control. If you were a completely healthy, clean person like I am, you guys, and live a clean life and be the proper celestial that you're supposed to be, they were so powerful, they were able to put a disease on me. If they wanted to wipe me out, they could. And you too. That's how powerful they were. Just by putting a virus through your screen. They can control you. And this is all done through the AIs, you guys. This is how this was done. So that's how powerful the fallen angels became. Yeah. And what I'm trying to say is they were able to block source light from us. And that's what this war is all about.
Then how are we, Luke, how are we communicating then? If you don't have electronics? Just a question.
Well, Luke, even for the ones who live in the forest and eat berries and nuts and are off grid, they're part of the system too. There's no escaping it. We as humans were not above them at all. As celestials, we were not above them at all. They were able to still source light. They replaced the moon 17,000 years ago. And when we died, they stole source light and reincarnated us through the moon, through their simulator, back to Earth. And then they gave us the orders of what kind of life we would live. Because if they didn't make us dark enough for this lifetime, they're gonna sure make sure they made us dark enough for the next lifetime, because it was all about us selling our soul. That's what the name of the game is. How many humans can we get to sell their soul so that we can make this planet more dark? But where they screwed up with their covenants is that the name of the game was we had to keep balance on this planet, you guys. It had to be as much darkness that was spewed out, as much light needed to be spewed out. Okay? But they got greedy. They got selfish. They look and read the rules of the covenant. And Earth started to weigh in, way in on darkness. Did you know that this planet got over 90% darkness at one point? We were over 90% dark. That's not balance. Far from it. So, Source put an end to it. It's done. We are now going to be, the golden ages are here. Our ancestors wrote about this. And we are going from a planet of duality to unity. Light planet. This planet will become as it has been and as it should be, because we are a keystone planet. We will now become a planet of unity and work as one with Mother Gaia. She's a real being, and this is her planet. And she works with Source. They are a team. Mother Gaia is our first mother, and Source Light is our first father. And we are not separate from it. I don't try to talk like we're separate from it, because we are not separate from it. We come from both of these. It's no different than if you have a child. If you have a child, that child carries your DNA and the father's DNA. That child is part of the mother and the father. And us as celestial energy, it's the same thing. So we're all here to be part of this great big human experiment. It's really a great time to be alive, to be able to change a planet like this. And I know that 1,000 years or 100 years from now, we're going to look down on this, and we're going to be really, really happy to be the celestials that had their feet on the ground. Boots on ground is what I like to call us. Mm-hmm. And I'm just here to give you guys my perspective. And
the information you receive.
Yeah, information that I receive as I receive it. And like I always tell you guys, especially my clients who I counsel with a lot. Julie's heard me say this a lot. I sound like a broken record. My truth today is my truth. But that doesn't mean it's going to be my truth tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen from now until tomorrow, or from now until next Tuesday. And another thing, I say a lot to you guys, question everything.
And trust your gut, trust yourself.
Trust you.
Yes.
Trust you and question it all. If I didn't question all of this, if I didn't question Master Descendants, if I didn't question Archangels, if I didn't question the Galactic Federation, if I didn't question channeling, if I didn't question tarot card reading, psychic reading, if I didn't question all this stuff, then I wouldn't have the wisdom I have today. And this is going to be really funny, because this show, you guys have heard me, for a lot of you guys that are regulars, I've always said this is a show where we talk about quantum everything. Guess what, guys? I've been questioning quantum energy. And guess what? My truth isn't the same about quantum energy. I was like, I can't wait till Julie hears me say that. Julie has heard me say that for the first time. But we're not going to get into that today, you guys, okay? Yes, I am questioning quantum energy. I will come back to you hopefully next Tuesday and have some answers with you on that. And after Julie and I get done with this live, I want to bounce back some ideas with her, because Julie and I have a great way of being able to have energy exchanges and be able to download each other. Yep. So I'd rather talk more about that when her and I have had a conversation about it. But yes, it is something that I'm questioning. And you know what? This show might change. It may not be a show about quantum energy anymore, unless it's the truth, my truth of quantum energy, because I don't think it's all the light that we are said that it is to be. So anyways, I know. And here I am. I have to sit here, you guys. I have to sit here and admit that I'm wrong about quantum energy when I was so gung-ho about it 6 months ago. But I guess that's just kind of, who I am. And it's okay if I was wrong.
Evolving and learning, and you never stop learning.
You never stop learning. That is the beauty of being a celestial and a human, because you learn something new all the time when you're on this journey. And it never gets boring.
Nope. Okay, Luke, have a great time. We'll see you later.
Bye, Luke. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for all your comments. It's a lot of fun. You always miss the shots you don't take. Yep.
Yeah.
I love that metaphor. That is a great metaphor. Yes, good. I'm glad. Yep. Good, good. Because I know that you've got a lot of the same kind of beliefs that I had. So hopefully, yeah, look into this. Look, I'm serious. This is some. I know it's new concepts, totally new concepts, but it's new energy too.
Mhm.
And then Nova said something. I want to go back to what Nova had said. Yeah, I really think it's a beautiful time to create and be with the people we love. Exactly.
Yep.
Nova, ding, 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 ding. Good job, good job. Bravo, bravo, bravo. That is exactly where what we need to be doing. Creating and creating and creating and loving yourself, taking care of yourself, you guys.
Self-care is extremely important.
Just like I said at the beginning of the show, who heals the healer? Who takes care of the healer? So make sure you healers are taking care of yourself and not always taking care. I mean, I know it's inside of you, it's embedded in you to take care of everyone else and to be at service, but make sure you're taking that time for yourself too, you guys, because that's how you regroup yourself. That's how you come back to center.
Right.
And clear out those pathways and those channels so you can get your direct energy from source itself. Because it's abundant. Source's energy is abundant. You can never ever get too much or waste it or never think that there's not enough. There's
Right.
always enough. It's abundant and it's infinite.
Yep. Okay, what else did we have planned today?
Where are we at? 9:30. Yeah, well, that was a lot.
Yeah, that was.
Like, I feel like that's enough.
Did you want to end it? Is that what you're saying?
No. Let's see if we can get some comments in here and we
And
can
questions
answer some
from you
questions.
guys.
Yeah.
Well, look, he finally decided to come in today. How nice of you. How's the packing going? Because it starts on the 5th through the 15th, doesn't it? He's moving towns. Still in Sweden.
I do like moving. The one thing I like about moving, besides that, it's really, I mean, well, I don't like that it's so time consuming, but the thing I like about moving is it gets you to have to get rid of things that you're not using anymore. Purging. Yep.
And what I was going to say when you said, when you were talking last was let go of, I release everything that no longer serves me.
Mm-hmm.
Bless and release what does not bring me peace. I bless and release what does not bring me peace. Because those are great. And I say that a lot. And I'm feeling a lot of things moving out of me. It's like they can't get out fast enough.
That's good.
I know that's what I've got too.
It's
So
nice to
that's
give
great.
birth to those parasites, let me tell you.
Yeah.
And every time I do, I give birth to something and it comes out, I elevate to the next level. The next level of awareness I'm granted. So I'm very thankful for that.
And you've been working on it for a while.
Mhm.
You said that the one from the gallbladder took you about 5 years or so.
Yeah, it's been there for at least 10 years, I would
At least
say.
10 years.
Because, like I said, it was about 10 years ago. When I was in training, when I was working out so much, when I was, competing. I used to run, you guys. I was a runner for a very, very long time. And I was a competitive runner. And I would do certain stretches and I would, in my gallbladder, right up in here, I would feel like, the only way I can explain it is like, you wring out a towel, you wring it out and you wring it out and you're getting all the water out. That's what it felt like. And I went to the doctors a few times and they just told me that it was a pinched nerve or a pinched muscle or all kinds of stuff. They just came with all kinds of stuff. And I was just like, well, I had a couple ultrasounds done because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't an ulcer or a, what else develops in the stomach?
You can end up with aneurysms and blood clots and all sorts of things that can move.
I just wanted to get it checked out.
It could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
But
and nothing. Yeah, they could never find anything. It was kind of it's all in your head, Claudene.
Yeah.
Deal thing.
Am I my dumb question is, why, with all their technology, why can they not see
But there was a
the
living worm
parasites?
inside of
Yes.
my that was about this big.
To me, that does not make any sense. I think they might know.
I think they do know. I think they do know. We do have people. We do have doctors. Are they doctors or are they scientists that do autopsies?
Well, they're doctors of pathology. Yes.
Pathologies. But there's a lot of whistleblowers, you guys, now, and you can look this up. It is on the internet. It is on YouTube, that are whistleblowers that are saying they've been pulling parasites out of dead bodies for a long, long time. And there's this one whistleblower who literally is doing an autopsy on a body and is just pulling it out of the stomach, as a very heavy person, and just pulling it out like it's spaghetti. All of the parasites. There's not a human on this planet that is exempt from this.
But you have to work at eliminating.
Yeah. Did you know that a child that has those bumps on their face right here and behind their arms, you know, those little, they look like zits, I guess you can say.
Okay.
Little bumps. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
When you see a child with that, they have 5 different types of parasites inside of them.
Wow.
Yeah. Any kind of a rash that you have, parasite. Any kind of disease you have, parasite. Do you know autoimmune diseases? They never existed.
Not
50 years ago, they didn't.
No.
They didn't. They didn't exist. That's a parasite. If you have an autoimmune disease, it's because you have a parasite.
Yep.
Every single disease comes from a parasite. And it starts in the colon.
And also, and you might be manifesting those parasites into you because when you're so concerned about something. Now, it didn't happen with her, but I know a lot of people, it does. You're so concerned with whether it's your heart or another part of your body, and it's like, oh, there's something wrong, and you're very anxious about anything, but doctors say nothing's wrong. Well, 2-3 years down the road, then all of a sudden something manifests in there. Well, it starts out with spiritual because it's mind over matter, and working at removing those parasites helps too. But before it gets there, what are you thinking of? What are your thoughts? Because, like you said, you control what you put into your body. You can't always control what comes out of your body, but removing the parasites is one way you can control what comes out of your body. You hope you're getting rid of all of it. But your spiritual being, your soul, your spirit, whichever one you
Your
want to call it,
essence, your consciousness.
yes, can bring stuff in, your thoughts. And as we all say, spelling, words mean a whole lot, and spells.
Well, the reason why they took our
Those-
telepathy, our
yeah.
first communication away from us was telepathy, and they taught us language so we can spell ourselves, because we're spelling, we're talking it, we're bringing it, we're saying it
Right.
out loud, we're putting it, because your words are a frequency.
And your thoughts are those same
And those are a
frequencies.
frequency. That's another thing.
Yep.
Like, okay, so when I say that I can read minds, well, I don't literally read someone's mind because I know better than that. I know better than to cross the line and tap into someone like that without their permission. But what I do is I read the frequencies of a thought. And that is as far as I go into somebody's energy field, because again, I understand that I'm not allowed to do that without having permission, because it's not proper. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
the
not
right thing
proper.
to do. Okay. You're breaking universal laws.
But when you do have thoughts, you're putting that out in the universe, so you can read
Exactly. It's a frequency. Okay,
Yeah.
so that is what I read. Okay, it's no different than when I am when I'm reading a plant or an animal. It's same thing, you guys, and that is what I mean when I say I'm reading someone's mind. I'm not reading I'm going to start reusing different words on that, you guys. I am. I'm not going to say that anymore. That's my gift. I can read minds. I'm not going to say that anymore. What I'm reading is their frequency of their thoughts, just like I do the plant and with animals. That way, I'm not breaking universal laws unless I have permission for healing. And all of you out there who work with me, I always ask for permission before I tap in.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, we're talking a lot today. Okay, so I don't know if any of you guys have ever going back to the parasites. Okay, so parasites are demons. They're little demons that hijack you, that hijack your human. They host in your human. They live off your human. They steal your thoughts. They create bad thoughts for you. Okay, they literally hijack you. She's right. It's a spiritual thing. It's part of the spiritual warfare that we've been going through. Okay. And this is have any of you guys ever fasted? Have you ever been on a fast and you got a headache?
Yes.
Because they say that you could be because you need to eat. You get the headache when you're fasting. How many of you guys out there have been out there and have fasted for more than 24 hours and you get that headache? It's kind of like a hunger headache, I think is what they call it. Well, what that truly is, it's the parasite peeing in you.
Oh, wow.
It's releasing its piss in you.
Because it wants you to
stop
consume.
doing. Yeah, they want you to stop doing what you're doing and start consuming and feeding them because you're starving them. You're killing them. So that's usually a really good time to go in and take your parasite killer. And again, that's what I do, you guys. I make parasite killers. Okay, I make regimens. I make teas. I make capsules. I make tinctures. I have a parasite cleanse right up here. Let me grab it real quick. I always think Julie, because she's the closest to everything, but if she gets up, a bunch of stuff's going to knock down probably. Oh,
yeah. I'm not the one who puts it up there to begin with, so. Yeah. Have you got any news from gnomes and elementals been getting heavy dreams on what to come from Gaia? That's from Victor.
No, I haven't. I haven't tapped into any of those.
She's been you weren't here to begin with, so
you're gonna have to watch the beginning of the
then you'll know what
the video of what Spirit has had me up to.
Yeah, she's been busy with other things.
Yeah, I've been busy with a lot of important stuff, I guess. So here's my Candida parasite cleanser, you guys, and this has to do with Party Arco. So based on what kind of parasites you have, which I usually, if you allow me to tap in, I can tap in and we can figure this out of what kind of herbs that you need. Okay. Now, the easiest thing you guys can do for a parasite cleanse is just get some cloves and make some clove water. Drink some clove water or swallow some cloves, whatever you want to do. Chew on some cloves because they're pretty tasty. They're not really that bad. I mean, I put cloves in my mouth all the time and just kind of chew on them all day long. That is a really good parasite killer for the larvae, for the babies. It kills the babies, the parasites, the baby bear parasites. So clove is a really simple thing that you can do. And then you've got what's another one that's really accessible that they can do that's really easy?
Well, cinnamon.
Cinnamon, yeah, they don't like cinnamon, but clove is a really strong one. And then another one that's really strong is oregano oil. They don't like oregano. And garlic.
Yep.
And cumin and ginger.
Cayenne pepper.
I mean, you can make yourself literally a tea.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go through me. But these are just some things that are really simple and that they work. And then another thing is get off the sugar. Stop feeding them. Get off the sugar. Get off the meat, honestly. A lot of the parasites are coming in through the meat.
these days. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And the chai spices, and I'm not talking chai tea,
Mhm.
but the chai spices. If you can get a hold of those spices, all the spices in there are all parasite killers. Every
Parasitic.
single one.
There's so many herbs and so many plants out there that are anti-parasitic, you guys. A lot of them, they really are, and a lot of them taste really nasty. So that's why I make capsules and stuff. So I know how harsh it can be, especially when you're working. I mean, some of this stuff is just really hard, and some people, they can't do cinnamon; it's too spicy for them.
And some of them don't like cinnamon.
Mhm.
I talked to somebody, was telling me what to do with cinnamon, and she goes, "I don't do cinnamon." And then I told her the easy things to do with cinnamon, like blowing it in your door, because that's a ritual to do to bring you abundance. But the other thing, the great side effect of blowing, because we got a first of the month coming up, blowing cinnamon in your door, it is a pest repellent. Pests do not like cinnamon. They do not like a lot of the same ones that parasites don't like. So cinnamon is great. So since I've been using cinnamon, blowing it in the front door, leave it there for at least 24 hours. I have not had any ants in my house. None whatsoever. I'll also pull out the cinnamon if I hear mosquitoes. It's like, okay, where are you? Out they go. Just say.
Yeah, I just foraged. I had someone who brought me some lemongrass,
Mhm.
a big bag of lemongrass. So I went ahead and I did that over on Sunday. I worked with lemongrass all day, and they don't like lemongrass either. Mosquitoes
No.
cannot, and flies do not like lemongrass at all. So I found that really funny because I had none of them bothering me while I was working with it.
Right.
And if you're curious of what I did with my lemongrass, you guys, what I did was I took it and I cut the brown part off and I put that in the compost. And then I took the lemongrass and then I took the meaty part, the bottom part, and then part of the leaves and cut that down to about that big, folded it, and I tie it into knots. Okay, and that's where the meaty part at the bottom is, okay, where a lot of the nutrients is, where a lot of the flavoring is. And I tie them in knots, and I think I got about 12 of those. And I was thinking, okay, I can make 12 soups now. And I just throw those in soups. Lemongrass is used in a lot of Chinese or Oriental culinary.
Asian. Yeah.
Yeah, Asian foods. They use lemongrass for everything. Lemongrass is
Very simple.
it's anti-parasitic too. It's another anti-parasitic. It is an anti-inflammatory. It is helps with inflammation. No, that's what I just said. Anti-inflammatory. Yes, it helps with a lot of stuff. It's high in antioxidants too. So, anyways, and then I took the other part of the leaf, I cut that down, and I'll be making lemongrass tea. So that's what I did with lemongrass, you guys. So if you're just kind of curious of what I did with that over the weekend, and that's what I do with it. And once the one that I tied in a knot and I make my soups, then it's easier for me to take out the lemongrass and then put it in the mulch. Yeah, that's why I do it that way. Oh, I can give you some too if you want it. If you want some,
Sure.
Okay. Oh, and then I propagated. I propagated about 6 of them. So I'll be growing my own lemongrass here pretty soon. They haven't taken off yet though. But it's only been like 2 days.
Oh yeah, it takes a little while.
It's only been 2 days, you guys.
Once they get a hold, lemongrass does a great job.
Yeah, it's very invasive, very, very invasive, just like mint. But I pot my stuff. I pot everything, so that way I can have control of everything. I'm trying to build a privacy wall right now in my area where I have my fire pit. So lemongrass, I think, is going to be a perfect thing. Yeah. I'm just going to do 2 pots. I got other things that I'm going to use as a privacy wall too.
The other thing, especially when you have it near a fire pit, I would think that sweetgrass would be a great one too.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun. Oh,
Yeah,
good
exactly,
idea. That'd be
exactly.
so much fun. Okay, yeah, you gave me a good idea. Perfect.
Hi, Edward.
Hopefully someone in my life will come and bring me a bunch of sweetgrass.
Yes,
That'd be perfect.
I'd like some too, please.
Yes. I love
Mother
doing
Gaia would
Yes.
like some.
I really enjoy taking things from a seedling, propagating it, taking it from a seedling, or cloning whatever I'm doing
Oh, good.
and starting it from there. I like doing that because it really teaches my grandchildren, my children, and my mother, who I'm always trying to show this to, um, how wonderful and how neat this is, how life is, and how nature works, you know. And she gets really excited. She's so funny. Um, but yeah, you guys, again, stop feeding the body and start feeling the body. Okay.
Right. I like that.
Yeah. Let's get back.
Because when you feed the body, you're feeding the parasites.
exactly.
But when you fuel,
When you're feeling your body, this is what I have written down on a download I had. You're oxygenating, hydrating, mineralizing, alkalizing, facilitating constant cellular repair, regeneration, rejuvenation, consciousness expansion. That's life, that's living.
and I'm thriving, people. I'm just saying. I've gone past the living part and thriving now.
Yes, same. I am thriving because I am living a clean life. Okay. And again, Nova, I'm sorry. She's poor thing. I'm just repeating myself from last night. But I'm grateful she's here and listening to me twice because you will get more information the second time that I say it. Every time I repeat myself, the more downloads you're going to get, the more seeds you're going to get planted inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
Because a person, a woman, or a man who has avoided, has not indulged in alcohol, tobacco, casual sex, and has been fueling their body with fresh fruits and veggies and leafy greens and antioxidants and minerals and vitamins and yoga and exercising is going to have a different spirit than the one who pollutes their body with pharmaceuticals, casual sex, sugar, soda. They're going to have a different spirit. Totally. Good morning. Uh-oh. Okay, you guys, I'm going to be right back. My assistant just came in. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Just see if I can get her to go get
Something.
us.
She doesn't sound too good today. Oh, there you are. Hello, Ward. Welcome in. Yes, and it was a great Friday night. She had her mushroom club last Friday, and she's got a new logo for it. I haven't uploaded that yet, so I can't wait to do that. It's a blue mushroom, such a beautiful, and it was a real blue mushroom, so it's gorgeous. So I'll put that up for next time. But remember, the third Friday of every month, she does the shroom club here. Okay, and it's from 6 to 9, and there's food, and it's always about mushrooms. So hopefully you'll come in, and those of you who are in this area will come and do that. And as she's told you, she's got a lot of medicine here, a lot of great products. I'm going to have to get some more suntan lotion. It's not suntan lotion. It is actually protective, and that to me is one of my favorite articles that she has here, or medicine that she sells, because it's natural. It doesn't have chemicals in it, and my body heals on that compared to buying protection or sun protection at major stores. Those don't work anymore, and all they do is dry out my skin. So anybody who's getting ready for summer and spring, I would suggest getting
Sorry,
all
guys.
of her for that reason as well. Your sun protector.
My okay, and then another thing, you guys, for the parasites, it just dawned on me when I was back there talking to my assistant. Papaya.
Yes.
Papaya seeds, number one parasite cleaner. Get papaya, eat those seeds, go on a fast, eat papaya and papaya seeds all day long. And the next day, you have some critters coming out of your booty. And sometimes out of your pee. I do practice Shimbambu, which is urine therapy. And I was on my support group the other day, and someone posted on there a bunch of parasites came out of their urine.
Oh, wow.
Which I was like, well, thank God you didn't drink it. Because that's what urine looping is about, drinking your own urine. So I was just like, oh, good thing they caught those.
Yeah.
But usually when you urine loop, which I do, I always look to see if there's anything in my urine, which has happened a few times, but nothing like what this person had posted. But yeah, so I guess parasites can come out of your urine too, not just your poop.
Any part of your
Oh
body.
yeah, any hole you have where moisture comes out through your nose, your ears.
And you may sweat.
Yep, and sweat. I've coughed them up before. I coughed up a really big. It was the strangest thing when it came out. It doesn't hurt or anything, but it was really strange when it came out, though. And I knew it was something weird, just the way that it felt when it came out. And
you didn't freak out with that one as
oh,
much?
I did a little bit.
Okay.
Of course I did. And then I've had them come out of my nose. I know, it's gross. It's disgusting.
And I don't know if it was Facebook. I think it was Facebook that it showed. They took a picture of somebody's eye, and you could see parasites in them, in the eye.
Yeah.
So,
they get in your brain. They get everywhere. So yeah, that's what we were talking about. So we were talking about cleansing yourself.
Yes.
And that a person who has a clean vessel is going to have a different spirit versus someone who pollutes their body with all kinds of negative energy things.
Right.
So it's a lower vibration. They carry a much lower vibration than someone that does detoxing and who does know how to cleanse their body. And it's very apparent.
Who works at cleansing the body.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because if you know how and you don't utilize the knowledge, then you're in the same boat as everybody else who's doing damage to themselves.
Exactly.
You've got to do the work.
Because the person with the clean spirit isn't going to have the cancer, isn't going to have hard menstrual cycles, isn't going to have infections, or mental disorders, anxiety, depression. So that's what comes along with a clean lifestyle. You don't really suffer from any of that stuff.
And again, it has to do with your thoughts, your mind, and what you want to do. Mind over matter to me has made a big difference. Like I talked about before, even though you've helped me by giving me some pills afterwards to help cleanse even more, when it came to the COVID vaccine, I told the body ahead of time, we got to get this vaccine because we can't get on a plane or do anything at the time unless we have the vaccine. But I said, okay, we're going to get it. But the minute we get it, I want it burnt off. I need it out of my system because we don't need it. We're immune to the COVID. Let's do this. And so as soon as the shot came in, okay, body, let's do it. And we burned it off and got rid of it every single time. And it was only 2. Did not take the boosters, not going to take any kind of shot. Did you know that we've got updated shots and everything? Well, how nice for you. You go ahead and take them. I'm not taking any more of that. So, and now that they're doing it into eggs or chickens and stuff, yeah, this is ridiculous, people.
And I never got vaxxed.
Yeah.
You couldn't sell me that. If you gave me $1 billion, I wouldn't take it. But again, my journey is my journey, and I
Right.
was able to, if her and I would have been friends prior to this, she would have never taken the shot either.
Well, I didn't want to take the shot. I was dead set against it. The only problem is, you at the time you couldn't get on a plane, and my now ex had to go for his nephew's wedding. Well, he had other problems, not just parasites, but addictions. And so I went, to be supportive, help them out as well, the couple. But when I got to San Francisco, not only did you have to have it to fly there, but in order to go into a restaurant, in order to go into a building with other people, you had to prove to them you've had the vaccination or you weren't allowed in. I had never thought that would happen here, but it did, all in California. I don't know if it was the same in Southern California, but definitely in and around San Francisco, they were very strict. So it was not a fun situation when we got there, but I was all set. But then again, my body burned it off. I didn't have a trace of it left. So I was good.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why a lot of people got the vax.
Yeah. My stepmother still has it, and her sister-in-law sent me a text probably 6 months ago. Is she ever going to get the vaccine? No. I wouldn't have gotten the vaccine unless I felt I had to. And then again, my body took care of it, so it didn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, that.
I'm immune to this stuff. It's part of the song anyway. I'm immune to it. And I keep telling myself that, and I'm good.
So, yeah, I mean, we talk about parasites a lot on this, parasite energy a lot on this show. So, because it's kind of like the root base of a lot of why we suffer from the things that we suffer from. So it always goes right back to the parasite, and it all started in the colon through the bioducts. So you keep the bioducts clean, and that's what we try to help people here on this show. This is what we try to help you guys with, and to give you guys some ideas on how to do this and how to get your body clean. And the more you get your body clean, and the more that you live a clean lifestyle, it is a lifestyle, you guys.
Yes.
It is work every single day. Not for me now. It's just my way of life.
It's habits now for you, good,
Mhm.
clean habits.
Mhm.
So
I've taken my habits, and I've made them my hobbies. And so, eating from the garden, and being very, very careful of where I do get my other stuff, my other products from. I make every single thing, except for my toothpaste. I don't make my toothpaste. Well, I do make my toothpaste, but I do use a new probiotic toothpaste now.
okay.
Yeah. And because, yeah, I don't want to get cavities. And so most of everything I do make by hand, and but I do buy a couple products, like the toothpaste, some food products I have to get, but other than that, I just, like I said, I try to eat from the garden, and it's just my lifestyle. It's my hobbies, it's my habits, and I wouldn't want to go back, because I am a woman who is turning 56 pretty soon, and I'm very athletically inclined. I mean, I can get up on the ground and get up off the ground very fast. I can hold a plank for 2 minutes. I can run a race with my 7 and 9-year-old grandson, and I can beat them still. So far, that's only gonna last for a minute, though.
Yeah.
I always tell anyone who works with me that don't try to keep up with me, because unless you have energy of a 7-year-old, you're not going to be able to. You're just not. And it's because of the way that I live that I'm able to do all this stuff.
And working out does increase your energy as well.
Yeah, working out is important. Working out, I love yoga, you guys. Like I said, I previously that I was a runner, that I was a competitive runner. I had to stop running last year, last August. And it's been quite, oh my gosh, that has like really changed my energy. That was a transition I had to go through. Acclimating to not being a runner. And because of it, and plus being, a menopause woman, I did put on about 7 or 8 pounds since I stopped running in August. And that has to do, even with my fasting and everything else, I believe it has to do with the change in my energy, my, my sorry, I'm saying this wrong. Anyways, is used to me fueling my body with that type of energy. And it stopped in August. So it's acclimating, it's changing, and the weight is finally starting to come off again. So I'm like, oh, thank God. Because I do not like to feel fat at all. I just don't, you guys. That's just me. I've been like that pretty much my whole life. I gave birth 5 times, and I was never one of those women that were heavy afterwards. I don't know how you can be chasing after all those children.
Right.
Seriously, I never had time to eat. I never had time for anything but to take care of my children and breastfeeding and everything else. So,
And that's the only time you made sure you had as much or more food than they did, because you had to feed them too.
yeah, when I had time.
Right. But I meant when you're, yeah, but
when you're
you-
breastfeeding, you're always hungry. I remember
Yes,
that. Oh
yes.
my gosh, I could never get satisfied. But I was able to, be able to go right back down to a size. I'm anywhere between a size 1 and size 3. So I just don't like the way that extra weight feels on me. I just don't care for it, you guys. I never have. But I always did enjoy being pregnant. I did. That kind of fat was good. I like that.
Edward, you came in late, but when you talk about organic versus non-organic, we were talking about buy from your local farmers, your farmers markets, local produce. That's the best thing to do. And I don't care if they're not certified organic, if they're local, because no local person is going to put poisons on their produce, because they'll have less and less customers. They're going to make it the way they want to eat their food. So it doesn't matter if they're certified organic or not.
Organic
Local produce.
versus non-organic.
Yeah, that's what I'm
veggies
saying.
And food thoughts.
Yeah. And I'm saying if you buy local, you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, if you buy local and you know your farmer,
Yeah.
and it's very easy to find these, especially if you live in a city, go to your local farmer's market.
Mhm.
Here in Arizona,
And he's in here in Arizona, Edward is.
yeah, prior to COVID, you'd be able to go, the farmer's market was open on Saturday and Sundays.
Mhm.
But now they're only open on Saturdays. So you have a real short window to go to the farmer's market. They usually start like around 8 in the morning and they're open to about 2 in the afternoon, which is going to change here pretty soon because we're getting ready to get hot again.
Right. Now, there are some markets that are open on Sundays, just Sundays.
Are there
Yes.
here in the valley?
Yeah.
I can't find them. Tell me where they are because I cannot find them. Oh, the one you go to, they have farmers there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They even have one that does their,
Thank you, Kim.
that grows hydroponically. So grows indoors and with water instead of with.
Oh, I love. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I know a little bit about hydroponic. I've grown
Yeah.
cannabis hydroponically. So yeah, that's a great another way of doing it, and you do it inside too. That's
Yeah.
done inside and with very minimal chemicals. Very minimal.
Right.
I know that like
Yeah.
the worst case scenario, they got to get a bunch of butterflies, or ladybugs. Ladybugs. I remember.
Yeah, ladybugs.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Butterflies are great, but they're
Mhm.
better outside.
Yeah, yeah.
Ladybugs can do
that's
anything,
what I
yeah.
meant. Sorry, you guys. It's just the beginning of the day, and I'm already screwing up my words up.
No, you're okay.
But yeah, and then another thing that you guys can do, and I've talked about this before, and I've said this, get your vegetables, get your fruits, and if they're non-organic, put them in a big bowl. I'm getting ready to do that myself. I couldn't find any organic blueberries or strawberries, and we're getting ready to get into strawberry season. So I will get them. I'm going to put them in a bowl, and I'm going to add baking soda to them. Just a tablespoon of baking soda. I'm going to soak them for 15 or 20 minutes, and I'm going to wash them off really good so the baking soda taste is out of the berries, and that will eliminate about 99.99% of the chemicals, the pesticides that they put inside of these fruits and vegetables. So that's another thing that you guys can do too. If you can't afford to eat organic foods, that's something that you can do, and it does work, you guys, and it doesn't mess the taste of the fruits or vegetables at all. You don't even know that you did it.
Right.
So,
And I want to let you know what she was saying about that, not just the berries, but remember oranges and grapefruits and different things, even though we grow here in Arizona, some of them have pesticides on the outside.
mhm.
Well, rinse those off too, but put your hands in it because you want to cleanse your hands before and after you open those oranges and grapefruits because you don't want what's on your hands contaminating the actual fruit that you're
Yes.
eating. So,
Even if it has a peel on it,
Yeah.
avocado, anything, wash it off really good because they put that waxy stuff
yes.
to make it all shiny.
And lemons, they put waxy stuff
Oh,
on
you-
it. So,
You can spot a non-organic
Yeah.
fruit or vegetable right off the bat just because of the shiny look it has on it. Like that's not what real fruit looks like, you guys, or vegetables at all.
yeah.
They don't. They're dingy. They're wrinkly. They're
Yeah. You're not the only one that's doubling it. We understand because, yeah, promised lower prices throughout, and it's just continuing to climb. I mean, I like the farmers markets because they have their prices, and you usually can bargain with them to get exactly what you want for. Uh, there's one that the hydroponic one has a bag for $10 and a box for 20. So you get to put whatever you need that can fit in there for those prices. And to me,
Yeah.
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, it is. It's really hard to find good prices on any kind of a produce, even at the farmer's market. You're going to pay. They're price gouging too. They're getting price gouged, to do what they do. They're having to pay, double for the soil and everything else that they've got to do for the water and everything else. So
Yeah.
if they're
Prices
just,
are going
yeah,
up.
they're just bringing it down to the consumer, and that's just what, the way that business works. But yeah, going to a farmer's market, it's not where you're going to get a better deal. It really isn't. Unless
Well,
some of them do, like you said, you can get for so much weight for so much money. And I love those farmers that do that. Oh, that is such an awesome program. I remember there was one called the Moving Farmers Market
Market on the Move,
or Market on the Move. Yeah.
and they're still here.
Okay.
So, and that's the one to go to. Yes, you definitely have to rinse those off. Don't expect them to be organic, but it's food and it's less expensive. And I think it's like every other Saturday, but yeah, you have to find it. I
Yeah.
used to have a list of them, but someone else went to it and got us a lot of good stuff. So,
Yeah. And I don't have a huge family to feed anymore. I'm past that stage, empty nester, and I just have to feed myself pretty much most of the time. And so it doesn't cost me that much to eat. I'm very lucky. I mean, I only eat once a day. So if I'm not fasting, and I usually fast, anywhere from 2 to 3 days a week. So food to me, it's not important like it is to everybody else. I mean, I just put what I need to put my body when I need to put it in, and that's about it. I look at food more as a chore than I do as a luxury. If I could not have to eat, I would totally love that. That'd be great. That'd give me more time to do other stuff.
and the Market on the Move in the Phoenix area is near Encanto Park. It's just 19th Avenue and McDowell.
That's a market that goes to different cities, and then
Yeah.
and then you go to that city. It'll tell you where they're at, and then you go there, and it's
And
pretty neat. But you get a lot of food. I mean, a lot. My daughter went there not too long ago, just around the holidays, and she got this big basket of a bunch of vegetables and fruits, and she just kind of dispersed it out to her friends, and then called me, and I came and got what I wanted to get, and it was pretty cool. It was a lot of food though. I mean, you'd have to, if you get a box and you don't have anyone to share it with, you're going to have to be doing some canning really quick.
Yeah, because these aren't going to last that long.
Yeah, no,
A couple
fresh.
days, and that's, yeah, it needs to be used. And I know I picked up a few boxes, and it was $10. This was before COVID. And I had so much that I went to my neighbors, what do you guys need? And they're very thankful for it.
Yeah,
So it's
share
good.
with your
It really-
share with your neighbors. That's really kind. And yeah, Victor, if you get something that's not organic, like I said, just go ahead and soak that in a little bit of baking soda for about 20 minutes, and it will remove all of the parasites and the pesticides
yeah.
that they spray on.
And remember, tonight we've got the Zoom class from 6 to 8. If you send an email to advice@sonoramystictarot.com or to me, my email is in the description, loverightwarriors@gmail.com. And we'll Zoom you in at, as Susan would say, 6 o'clock tonight. And that is in about 7 hours and 40 minutes. Also, tomorrow I will be live with Bonnie on. I'm trying to find the right stuff here. On Ask the Angels, and on Wednesday evening, hopefully, Miss. Now I'm not going to keep going. Miss A5 Says and Sonoran Mystic Tarot will be on Wednesday evening, hopefully. Thursday morning would be Shauna Sellers, our Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot, and Don Rumer-Rivera on, or also Sonoran Mystic Tarot. They will be on Thursday mornings around 10-ish Eastern. I think it's standard time. No, I think it'll be daylight time by then. I don't know. Anyway, in the morning. Also, I will be back on Friday. I'm hoping we can do the readathon on Friday. That would be about 14, 15 hours of reading on Friday. But the way that the chat is working, I'm not sure if we'll be able to do that. So definitely going to work on that in the next couple days and let you guys know. And hopefully we'll have a schedule out of who's going to be on what time. And on Saturday, Miss Susan Grayson will be on at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. On Sunday, it'll be Jess and Bonnie on Psychic Sunday. Hopefully, Sunday afternoon will be A5 Says and Sherry Berry. And then Monday morning will be tea time with Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot. And we will be back on Tuesday.
Yes, we will be back on Tuesday. And Victor, I love how you caught yourself on that. You're saying, yes, yummy, yummy, blueberry and raspberry pies and da-da-da-da. Then you came back and fixed it that, yeah, making with better sugars like honey instead. Good job. Very good job.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you are becoming aware of it now. That's very awesome. And I hope you're getting off the soda too.
Yes.
You're going to see a huge difference in your body and in your vibration once you do that. And I don't got much going on over here, you guys. Just doing my thing. I go live on Monday nights from 5:22 to 7:22 with Anne from Australia, who was raised in a cult, to be aware of the Americans and the occult. She was raised to know it. So her and I have a lot of it's called Hard Truths. We have a lot of hard truth conversations. It's just two best friends having a video chat. And that's what we do every week. And then we decided to go live with it. And that's pretty much what that is. again, trying to hope to give you guys some of the hard truths. She comes from a whole different perspective, of course, because like I just said, she was raised in a cult about the American occult. So dark shadows.
And in another country too.
Yeah, and from another country. Yeah, she's from Thailand, and then she escaped from the cult to Australia. So she's a lot of fun to talk, and we, like I said, we just have it's just two girlfriends having a chat about all kinds of esoteric stuff and a lot of stuff that's going on in America and in her country. And yeah, if you guys want to check that out, go ahead. That's on Monday nights again. And then, oh, my mushroom club was last Friday. And I just celebrated 5 years of when I opened up the doors here at my healing facility. And I'm going strong, and I did it all through COVID. And the black fungus mushroom stir fry that I made at my mushroom club was a great hit. And it tasted very, very good. Julie is about to have a bowl of it with some fresh rice. And I've seen this saying. I saw it like 3 times yesterday, you guys, just in random places. And I just want to repeat it to you guys, okay? Because I just thought it was so cute. May you attract people who speak your language so you don't spend a lifetime translating your soul. And that's
I love that.
And that is my wish for all of you guys.
And rise above with love. Thank you so much for coming in, everybody. Hope to see you tonight and or tomorrow.